Hey, welcome back. Let's explore. I wanted to talk more about. I feel like I must have talked about this before, but I wanted to make it more of a thing for me. This remember this when you become a person, or remember this when you're a person. I remember I made one of the episode titles. Remember this when you're a person, but I don't know if I really concreted. Is that a verb? Concreted the term and what it means. Did I just make a circle? Oh. The reason I wanted to bring it up again, because I was having this this meta moment of remember this when you're a person, and I wanted to remember that for when I'm a person. So, the idea is, I don't really feel like a person, because I'm not really interacting with anybody ever. So sometimes things will happen and I'm like, well, remember this for when you do interact with people, like 10 years from now or whatever, when you're normal and then you can like have a joke with somebody or even if it's just advice of like how to. I think the thing, I might have been talking about like relationships, and I'm like, well, I've never been in a relationship, but just remember it when you're a person, and it's going to be helpful later maybe. Should I be wearing the visor? Oh, I can see it, I think. Get him. There we go. And then I was thinking, oh, it's like it would be fun if I had a friend, and then I mentioned the remember this when you're a person thing. So I was kind of remembering that for when I become a person. I don't know. This thing. I have a bunch of stupid little notes and nothing really substantial, but at least it's something. It's not nothing. Like when I was fighting that boss and I didn't have anything to say. But I don't think I put that in the episode. I think I'm supposed to kill these guys. There's 4 of them. I guess that was all I wanted to say. I did have notes that I didn't talk about last week for the Mere Christianity book, about stuff that I kind of agreed with, because a couple days ago I talked about stuff I disagreed with. So maybe I should mention stuff that not that I agreed with, but, and not that I disagreed with anything or agree with anything, because I don't know what I'm talking about, but there's another one? Am I even supposed to be killing them? No, they're all dead. This visor is kind of cool. It's helpful to see things. Okay. What the heck do I do in this room? What the heck is this? Huh. Okay. I just can't go that way. So yeah, well, I did kind of disagree with the husband thing, but whatever. He was talking about food. Yeah, I guess I haven't really read too much. I was just trying to, the biological, The diabolical self is worse than the animal self. Self-righteousness worse than prostitute. Yeah, I mean, it's hard because a lot of his logic is like, well, I mean, it's logical, but it doesn't really seem like it's backed by anything other than just his brain. And so some things I agree with because I agree with him, and sometimes I disagree, but I can disagree with him or agree with him and not feel bad because it's not really backed by any test or study or anything. He's just kind of like, well, this is what I'm thinking, and are you thinking what I'm thinking? But I like the idea of he used the word prig a lot, and I like that. I like that word. He's saying it's worse to be a prig than a prostitute, I guess. Well, he was kind of, because I'm so much of a prude, it's better to use the overeating example than I can stay away from language that I don't feel comfortable using. So overeating, it makes sense that logically, I'm not sure if it says this anywhere in the Bible, but I don't know if it does. Overeating is kind of a sin. Indulging, drinking too much alcohol, because obviously Jesus drank wine. It's not a sin to drink wine, but being drunk is a sin. But that sin isn't as bad as being self-righteous and being mean to people and putting other people down, because there is a biological need to eat. You have to eat to live. So it's not crazy that, well, once in a while I make a mistake and I eat a little bit too much. And it's a sin, but it's not really that bad. Okay, I just kind of feel like I'm not supposed to be here. Why did I come into this place if I don't know where to go? Okay, I was like, oh, it's going to be fun to explore. It wasn't very fun, and now I'm going to die because I have to go back. Oh, help me. There's nothing here, right? I don't see anything. You may find a key lost to our cause. What? Where's the key? I have to do all these. She lies deep in a fortress of dry land. Oh, they're giving me clues and stuff. That's weird. Okay, I don't want to do this. That's fun, but it's not for me right now. I guess he was saying, this is kind of a fun analogy. He was saying, in our society we pervert sex because, imagine, reproducing is a biological need. So obviously it's not wrong to do it, but we've perverted it because if you look at food is a biological need. We need to eat to live, but there aren't any. Imagine a striptease, but like for food, like someone on a stage and they slowly open a pan and it has food in it, and you're not allowed to eat it, but you're allowed to look at it. He's like, that would be, in that society, you'd say, well, those people are kind of perverting food. Food is just, you just are supposed to eat it. You're not supposed to do all this extra stuff. You're not supposed to be constantly thinking about it. So if you are, something's wrong with your society. And he was saying, well, what would you think about a society where people did that kind of thing with food? You would think, well, that might be a place where people are starving for food. And so then you could say that about reproducing, like people don't do it enough That's the kind of argument against what he's saying. But I don't remember what his rebuttal to that was. He did have one, obviously, because he's a Christian, but I don't remember what it was. Because I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, yeah, that kind of does make sense. But I don't know what the rebuttal is. I guess I want to go here. No, that's where I just was. Here. Did I write down the rebuttal? Is the biological imperative to eat stronger than reproduce? I guess that was my little thought. I don't know why I was thinking about that, so that's dumb. And this is why I need to do the notes right away, otherwise I kind of forget the thread of what I was thinking about. But that was an interesting thought from C.S. Lewis. Sometimes he thinks about things interestingly. But yeah, when he was talking about the men should be the head, I don't know, when he started, I think he comes at it from like, oh, I'm a bachelor, so I'm allowed to say this stuff. And you could trust me because I don't have any ulterior motives. When he's talking about men should be the head of the household and they should get the veto power or whatever. Well, you could trust me. Well, I still don't believe it. Because I'm a bachelor too, so you could trust me. Oh no, what do we do? I get the veto because I'm a man, so you have to agree with what I'm saying. But what happens when two men are together? Which one gets the veto? That's a good question. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. I guess the idea is that marriage is like a super special, different thing. But like when two men have a disagreement, how do you figure out which one gets to be right? Which one gets their way? You can't just say, well, the man, what do you mean? I guess this is why the Bible says two men can't be together, because then that's so stupid though. It's such a bad system. You'd think God could come up with a better system than that and just be like, well, if two people can't figure out what to do, then just let the man be right. What? That's stupid. You can come up with a better system than that. Here I go, questioning God again and his infinite wisdom. But it's like, well, is it God is the smartest being in the universe, and that's the thing he came up with? Well, I guess. Maybe I should talk about this. Well, I should actually say this at the end of every episode I do. You're not as smart as you think you are. Where am I going? I got really sidetracked. I don't think I even made any progress, but that's part of the game. Let's at least go somewhere new today before I stop. I went in that portal and then I just was exploring and I didn't know what to do, so let's never do that again. I gotta remember to respond to Geek with Anxiety. He sent me a bunch of comments today, but I'm busy. I'm sorry. You're the only one watching and I'm ignoring your comments. Sorry. But then I think, well, this episode's going to end 2 weeks from now, and I'm putting it at the end of the episode, so you might not even see it. And I gotta apologize at the beginning of episodes. Sorry. You're not as smart as you think you are. If you're not able to convince someone of something, it's on you to be smarter. It's that idea of like there's no bad students, only bad teachers. Everybody gets so self-righteous and priggish and angry at people when they disagree with them, but just like, if you were so smart, you would be able to tell them why your way is right. People aren't good at debating and communicating. So before you get so angry, just realize you're not as smart as you think you are. Because if you were, then you would be able to convince everybody of your position. Ooh. Or at least they would be like, yeah, you're right, but I still have my personal position. And okay, I mean, you can't argue with that. So that's it. Or at least, well, you're not right. I don't believe you're right, but I still understand where you're coming from. And where the heck did I just go? I think I want to go to the left. Can I say prig in every episode? Cool. Uh-oh. Okay, I can't go there. I have to power up the... Oh, I think I just have to go up here. I have to talk to that guy. That floating insect monster who is my friend, I guess. They look kind of like the Geonosians. Those insect Star Wars monsters. Here we go. Cool. I made some progress today. The Temple of whatever does whatever. He's gonna tell me where to go and I'm gonna ignore him. High in the cliffs. This game is really huge. It's so much bigger than I remember. That Torvis Bog place took like 20 episodes to get through. Oh, that's it. So now I can do whatever. Oh yeah, I could go. I have to end the episode, but I want to get through that door. Rise up when you're living on your knees, you rise up. I need to get some new songs stuck in my head. It's still just Hamilton. Gotta go, gotta get the job done, gotta start a new nation, gotta meet my son, take the bullets out your gun, what? Put move on the cover, I move as one. Seize the moment and stay in it. It's either that I meet the business and never play in it. Okay, this is the cliff place, I think. So I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll be there. So, bye. See ya.